During the past several years, a group of individuals have come together from inside and outside the swimming pool industry in order to discuss energy conservation efforts. In doing so, their approach was aimed at developing a consensus of understanding for how the swimming pool industry could rethink energy usage as it applies to pumps, heaters, filters, plumbing, and other energy-consuming components. This video clip is geared towards posing an argument for amending a portion of the adopted protocol and evaluations for piping and fitting flow efficiencies in an effort to provide improvements to what has been applied thus far. In attempting to apply a sensible approach to energy conservation regarding pressure losses in piping and fittings, it necessitates looking at all the culprits and then identifying where pressure losses actually occur and how we can mitigate these effects. Friction versus velocity. The faster the water moves through the pipe and fittings, the more pressure that is lost. The more pressure that is lost while moving water through a system, the lower the flow will be. Our argument regarding the proposed beneficial gains involving the use of sweep elbows versus hard elbows stems from the assertion that presumes that a reduction in filtration time will be experienced by the consumer, when in fact the theoretical duration of this filtration time saved is at best hypothetical in accomplishing a shorter turnover, and its worst case scenario distracts a clearer view for reality. If we just slow the water down from the industry standard of 6 feet per second to 5 feet per second, we basically gain the same as removing 10 hard elbows from the system. The assertion that 6 feet per second standard for velocity on the suction side and 8 feet per second on the return is energy efficient clearly falls short of energy savings. We believe a more responsible approach to conserving energy is to simply size pipe to slow the velocity on the return and suction side to 5 feet per second. In doing so, we save the equivalent pressure losses of 40 hard elbows for every 100 feet of pipe. This total gain cannot be experienced by changing out hard elbows for sweep elbows. The consumer laws mandating and regulating energy efficiencies clearly detail that all expenditures must provide a return versus cost balance on the consumer's return on investment. The law states clearly that in measuring the beneficial gains of increased efficiencies, expenditures must be measured. In assessing cost, a 2-inch Schedule 40 hard PVC elbow sells for about 90 cents. A 2-inch Schedule 40 PVC sweep elbow sells for about $3.85. This is a 300+% in cost at wholesale value increase. When adding a contractor's profit and markup, the consumer couldn't possibly see a return on this component over the average period of ownership. So, we pose the argument. Why impose a statute mandating a specific elbow when 80 times more efficiency can be gained without any increase to the consumer's cost? The facade in the sweep elbow premise is as invalid as the industry service factor that had been applied to pumps for so many years. The reality is, in today's pumping technologies that provide for low flow, low speed filtration, it makes very, very good sense to decrease velocities, and velocity is the energy bandit. The vast majority of pool owners are not going to program their filtering pumps to reduce timing by a hypothetical 19 minutes per day. But if system design in the pool's piping system corresponds to the mandated turnover duration at the prescribed GPM flow rate, then programming can easily be accomplished in facilitating an energy usage reduction. If you want to achieve energy efficiency in swimming pool construction, it's this simple. At final inspection, the responsible party for building the swimming pool performs a test with the building inspector present. The testing equipment consists of a vacuum gauge, a pressure gauge, and a flow meter. These devices can be permanently installed or they can be temporarily provided for during the scheduled inspection. In most cases, threaded orifices provide an easy installation within minutes. Only in this way can a system be analyzed as being build efficient, and only in this way can the system be certified as performing under the prescribed directive. The key element to energy saving in the swimming pool industry isn't elbows. It's water velocity. The energy bandit isn't hidden in the minute differences between the turbulent flow characteristics of elbows. The energy bandit exponentially adds energy cost as the water is forced through pipes and fittings faster and faster. The key to saving energy while filtering swimming pools is to lower the design flows to a more responsible velocity. The engineering doesn't support this premise of the elbow changeout when we slow the velocities down. I have been a licensed contractor in the state of California since 1978, and I'm a second-generation swimming pool builder. These requirements are less expensive and much more effective in guaranteeing we experience the results we are after. I have prepared this presentation without any affiliations or personal agendas. My interest in presenting this argument is to allow you to entertain making these suggestions inclusive to the Title 24 regulations as an option to the hard elbow elimination. Any solution for achieving a real and measurable result should be supported by real-life conditions. I invite you to make comments and provide other options or opinions as to the merit of this information. Please contact me at mike@epoolscapes.com, and thank you for the opportunity to provide an opinion and an independent builder's perspective.